Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, all of the crypto nerds out there. Guess what? You're a day late and an algo short because this is yesterday's Algorand news. I am, of course, at Real Monty Allen, and I am your crypto nerd. Let's jump into today's news. Make sure you like, subscribe. I don't know, hit that bell notification thing because we're going to talk about some bullish stuff here for Algorand and all of the ASAs. So, we're starting off today very bullish. Algorand will grow as its lists of partners and developers increase. So this is an investor place article that got posted, I think it was last week, Thursday. So this is more like last week's news, but you still missed it. So let's just go over it. It doesn't tell you anything you didn't already know, but if you want a feel-good story today about Algorand, how it's growing, how it could cover anything from institutional investors to NFTs, how it could help healthcare, how it could help infrastructure, supply chains. This is the article for you because it just really runs the gamut. Talks about how it's better than Bitcoin, better than Litecoin, better than Ethereum, it's better than sliced bread. It's Algorand. We got dApps for this, we got dApps for that, we got a little bit of dApp for everything. So we got millions of NFTs going live on the Algorand chain, and it is going to lead to higher demand for the token because NFTs will positively impact the price. So innumerable enterprises that can verify its authenticity, reliability, and safety. So just a very bullish article, not telling you anything you didn't know, but if you just want some confirmation bias, well then I have got this article for you. I will link it in the description for you. All right. Some more good news. So Valhalla Fund, Algo Pulse, Eterna Capital have made a long-term investment in Algorand NFTs. So these folks swooped in and purchased 24 Algoanas. Just batch purchased them, took them off the market, boom, gone off the market, can't get them. What's that going to do to the Algoana prices? I don't know. They're already roughly, 4,000 algos, something along those lines. So if you get an Algoana, you got to stake that bad boy for 8 weeks, and then you have the opportunity to participate in, I think, like a derivative project, which is really cool. And they just recently did an escape room, a virtual escape room for their community. They've got a really, really active Discord community. Seems like they've migrated off of the Telegram chat into the Discord group. So if you want to be part of that owners club, I would suggest you buy in now before it gets astronomical, because when you look at some of the blue chip prices for NFTs on other chains, they start to get up there pretty quickly. It's not unusual to see, a $40,000 piece of artwork. It's not really just a piece of artwork these days. Chris from Reach was talking this weekend in one of our Twitter spaces about how it's not just the artwork. Yeah, I mean, it has to be visually appealing, it has to be kind of cool, but it's more about the community and what that NFT gets you access to. What is it the ticket to? So we are monitoring this because I think he's right. It's important to build a community around whatever it is that you're doing. So even ourselves, as we build out the KryptoNurd community, if you buy one of our NFTs, we're working on ways to just get online concerts, online events, special things for NFT holders. I think that's the way to go. All right. Next up, some speculation here from Michael Jordan at Algo Family. He doesn't normally participate in this level of speculation, but he did find the DraftKings logo a couple of times in Smilecoin, PR stuff. I think it's still speculation. I don't think that there is a DraftKings partnership right now. I would think it would be awesome if it was, but I feel like the Smilecoin guys would be like announcing that from the rooftops and letting that information out. But I don't know. Maybe they're just sitting on it really, really tight. I hope that they are, because I own some Smile personally. So full disclosure, I think I got 540 Smile. Not a lot. Not a ton by any means. I'm very small time in the Smile. Like a little tadpole in the Smile community. But I just think it would be good for Algorand to have that kind of exposure. But just I see this out there, and It just full disclosure, that seems like speculation to me. There's been no confirmation, although I do hope. So I will hope that is accurate, but I haven't seen any verification of that. So just for clarification, if I do get verification, I will of course let everybody know. And very often I'll retweet something, but retweeting doesn't necessarily mean that it's an endorsement of the idea. It just means like, hey, that's news. Let's just get it out there and see what other people think. Speaking of getting information out there and seeing what people think, I ran a very impromptu Twitter poll about real estate. So my day job happens to be involved in real estate, and I was wondering what the community wanted to do more. Given the option to tokenize 10% of your home. So take 10% of the equity in your home, not the part that's got a mortgage on it, but the 10% that you own. Maybe you own more than that, but whatever it is, up to 10%, and tokenize that. Sit on it. Do whatever you want to with it. You can trade for liquidity, cash, fiat, other tokens, whatever you want. That 10% is yours, but you've got quick and easy liquidity, access to it. Almost like, it would be a lien on your property. It's tokenized. So that 10% would be available to you in some way, shape, or form. So would you want to tokenize 10% of your home just to have it kind of as an emergency fund or to do something with, maybe put in solar or a pool? If you were an investor, would you want to buy those equity tokens? So you could spread out your risk kind of like Lofty does they buy entire properties. What if somebody just went in and bought 10% of your house from 2,000 people in a city? You could buy a portion of those equity tokens. Maybe they got pooled together and buy a REIT-style token where they were all pooled together and further diversify your risk. So there's a couple of ideas. It was incredibly close, actually, much closer than I thought. For a while, it was actually a three-way tie. Tokenizing 10% of your home eventually won out, but not by much. I think that people are just ready for some type of tokenized real estate aggressive option that's out there. And there's a few that are out there, right? You've got Quantum RE, you've got Lofty, and these folks are making waves. All right, next up, Mona Lisa by Lil Pump. So good, bad, ugly, they sold out in a couple of hours. That's the good. And I heard some kickback this weekend from folks who thought, well, is there too much hype? Is there too much over the top? Was it overhyped? And is there going to be a letdown? I think that people are scared when something gets overhyped that there is a letdown and a pullback. So I think that this is good for us. I think this is good for us in the broader sense of the Algorand community. A couple of key things here. Number one, they have pioneered the security NFT. This literally didn't exist prior to OPUL jumping through all of these hoops to become a securitized NFT, which means SEC compliance. They joined with Republic to make sure that they are in the clear here. So this is the first of its kind. This means that securitizing anything via an NFT, and really what they did is they tokenized it. Right? So the way that the verbiage is there, they could have called it a couple of different things. Are there 5,000 tokens? Look, they have 5,000 tokens over here. Or is it one NFT with 5,000 copies? I think we might be splitting hairs here. At one point, does something non-fungible become fungible? If I've got 5,000 of them, maybe it's fungible. I don't know, but it's only against this one song. So let's see what happens. Now, as far as an investment goes, look at the track performance here for some of his past works. Now, one song, could it make back the $1 million investment? It absolutely could. We've got 4 or 5 songs here that have made back more than the $1 million investment. And when I say $1 million investment, you're thinking, Monty, was only 500. Well, that 500 that they raised was only 50%. So this 500 was only 50% of the royalties. And so there's an opportunity here. The opportunity is here to earn back, something off of your investment. But I think that more importantly, we're missing the boat here. So number one, the securitized NFT, I think is really good for the community, and it's really groundbreaking. But now, what these artists done, these name brand artists, and a few more that are coming, I think, have really paved the way for some smaller audiences, for some smaller artists to get into the OPUL system and work with DeFi. And so once we've got the ecosystem up and running, once we've proven that we can sell some NFTs this way, then somebody who is just starting out has the opportunity to visit the platform because it's well known now and people feel comfortable with it, and pre-sell some of their royalties and maybe fund their next album or their next tour. So maybe they can make it big, or maybe they want to I don't know what they want to do. They want to fund something else, or just have steady, reliable income instead of having to go from gig to gig and living hand to mouth. Maybe they want to pre-sell a bunch of that so they can budget correctly. And that could be really, life-changing for a lot of folks. So if you're a smaller artist, you're rooting for more of these artists to get on here so that the platform itself becomes stable. And once that happens, it really opens the doors for all the little guys to get in, utilize it, and get, mom and pop investments. Maybe through Republic, maybe through Opulus's own website. I think that's probably where it's going. I think only the name brands are going to be on a platform like Republic, obviously. But the platform, the DeFi platform, the app that's coming from Opulus, that should be for all of the little, artists who are up and coming. And that I'm looking forward to, because as cool as it is to own a piece of a big song like this, I think that the more people will be impacted by the functionality of what's to come. So I'm all for this. I want more people to be aware of this. I want it to go mainstream so that it can help more artists and really change the way that music is put out and the way that artists are paid in the industry. All right, going from that to some educational, scholarly type of transactions here. Algorand Center for Excellence, the ACE program. If you're not familiar with this, I'll put the links in here. But really, it's a push to get younger folks interested and educated regarding blockchain. So Algorand Foundation is putting a significant investment into the future. Hey, we want more people who are knowledgeable about blockchain, how it works on the back end, what are the potential future applications for blockchain. And so they have partnered with folks all over the world. This one happens to be University of Cape Town to establish the UCT Algorand FinTech Innovation Hub, known as The Hub. It's a 5-year partnership. And Algorand is going through and doing these partnerships with universities, educational centers all over the world, really, trying to get the next generation of blockchain developers out there and give them the knowledge that they need so that they can expand what's going on right now. And so I'm really impressed with the long-term vision that they are putting together for what's coming next. All right, daily checkup on the YLDY live. I mean, if you're not yield farming, what are you even in blockchain? So liquidity pools are coming next for YLDY. I didn't even talk about those today, but they are coming. I think Seb said within 2 weeks. YLDY to ARC is returning 70% APY right now. YLDY to Opulus 62%. YLDY to Gems 60%. The Opulus to Opulus dropped down to 31%. And man, if you aren't doing this right now, go check it out. I highly recommend it, as well as dabbling into some of those liquidity pools. Just be careful out there, folks. So it's still a crazy world. Tiny Man is doing their very best to keep everyone safe, but look out, stay safe out there. All right, if you've got news tomorrow, hit me up on hashtag Algo News. KryptoNurd out.